This is something rather unusual I have here. I've only seen one other of these, and it was in awful condition. This one's very, very good condition. This is not a tape recorder, but it still records magnetically. It uses a belt of some sort of plastic and magnetic material, which I'll show you. You just press the silver button here and slide it out. There's the belt. And I think you can get the belts out. I don't want to do it because the belt, the drive belt I made for this is kind of questionable. So you just lift this and the belt slides off because there's like rollers. It goes down through here and back around. I had to replace the drive belt in this because when I bought it, it was just this tarish black stuff when I bought it, and it wouldn't run. Another thing is it's got a very strange battery. I've never seen this rating of battery. It's an IBM battery, and it uses, it produces 11.2 volts of electricity, and that is just the weirdest thing. And it's got contacts like a 9 volt, and it just fits right in the tape machine. The recorder. The other thing it does is it's got an index right here, so when it starts recording you can see on the index. Now the funny thing about this thing is that it actually can type on that index 2 symbols. It has a end of letter symbol, this little L right here, and a correction mark right up there. Now to get those marks on here, I'm not going to do it because it's going to ruin my my index, but you just push down on this whichever way you want it really hard until it reaches there, and I'm not going to do it. Now the one that looks like a tuning fork aligns the head with a recording on here because it could have gotten a little off. The belt could have slipped, or somebody could have used a belt from a different machine that's identical to this and may not have had theirs perfect. So it's just a basic adjustment you can make. Now, as you may have noticed, the battery is you may have thought the battery is probably dead, and it is. How did I get around that? Well, I made a battery. It's 10.5 volts, a 9 volt battery, and a AA cell. And I figured that, it's not going to fit in there. So I did a little research in the instruction manual that came with it, because I have the original box, which is in the hallway, darn it. And I don't want to wake anyone up, because it's okay. But it's got this 1/16 inch jack that goes into this hole here, the little connector. That's what the instructions showed with the AC adapter. So I decided to, because I know that adapter most likely puts out a DC current, and I looked at the circuit and it looks like it would be, because the only thing I'm aware of that takes an AC input is the Nintendo Entertainment System, which took a 9 volt AC input, which was really unusual. I've never seen that. So I just attached this in here, and I think it's blank. Now there's another thing I forgot to mention about this machine. Where's the eraser? It uses an eraser. Here it is. To erase the belt, because it only has one head. It has a record and playback head. It does not have an erase head. So you take this magnet and run the machine while this is about right here on the belt. And you have to actually touch the belt with this. You can't just have it hovering over it. You have to touch it. And then, let's see here, I'll run it for you. There's a backspace button. So let's say you made a little mistake. You just press backspace and the little index guy, the cursor there, jumps back. And you can also forward it by just pressing down on this lever and then moving it forward or backward. So I'll start it off at the beginning, and I will play it just to see if it's got a recording already on it. Just flick the switch up here. Next record bar.
Today's date is 12/31/2009.
Okay, yeah, there must have been a recording on it. Okay, but you could hear how that sounds actually not bad for something is like this. Now, the other thing is I have never seen another one of these that actually worked. I've only seen 2 of these, this one and one other. And I've never actually heard of one that actually worked or seen one that worked. This is the only one I've ever seen, and it belongs to me. And I've got the original leather case that goes with it. And the box is a checkerboard and stripe pattern on it, and it's got a foam insert. I don't have the box with me at the moment. It's in the hallway, and I don't want to wake anyone up. It's like 1, or actually it's past 2 in the morning. So that's the recorder, and it's by IBM. I forget the model of this, but it also came with like receipts and like other stuff. I think a warranty, some other stuff. If anybody wants to see that, I will. If I get requests for that, I'll do a do-over of this so you can see that stuff. The other problem with this, is there was a broken pinion in there, and the other thing is it had a toothed belt. The belt had teeth on it, and so did the wheels that drove with it. The one that drives the drive screw in this machine had snapped off its shaft. So it's like, oh, most people just throw it away at that point. Well, I sure as hell didn't give up either. I worked for a couple hours getting that thing back on there with epoxy. Real pain in the neck to do it. And crazy glue, and it held on there, which surprised me. I had to fabricate the belt for this thing. I took a I think it was weather stripping from an automobile or something. I don't remember, but it's some sort of rubber strip, and I cut it to the right size and then glued it together in the middle, which surprises me that it hasn't broken yet. No, that's basically the repair I've done on this to make it functional. So that's my IBM machine.